Hey guys, this is Amber with thelovegal.com and youtube.com/thelovegal and lawofattractionblueprint.com. Now you clicked on this video because you need help. And I don't mean to say it in a blunt way, but if you're on the internet looking for information, it's because you are probably in a dark space and because you are going through a breakup and you want to be happy again. You want to be yourself again. If you are going through a situation, you just had a breakup and it's really messing with you, I highly recommend that you watch this video until the end because one, I've been through it. And the breakup was someone that we were talking marriage and kids and living together and all of the stuff that you talk about with someone who you think is going to be your forever. And I was with this person for years. I'm talking about like the person you think like that is your person. Throughout this video, I'm going to tell my story and give you advice as how you should approach this situation and what has helped me get over this breakup. And today, when I tell you I am in such a good space, and I'm in a good space genuinely, like it's not for fake or you know what I'm saying, I'm really happy. When we first broke up, it's like I didn't think that it was a situation I was going to get over, but I just did not have the appetite. My sleep pattern was messed up. I was, checking in on them on social media. It was just, I was doing a whole lot of unhealthy things. And hopefully this video can help you. If you're going through a breakup right now and you're curious, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you are here because maybe you went through a bad breakup and you want to give some advice of your own, feel free to drop a comment. This is a positive community, at least I try to make it that way. Let's get into this video. First step, I would say you have to gain understanding of what happened. You have to do it from a standpoint where you're not using emotion. You have to use logic with this, and it's kind of hard because emotion is wrapped up all in this situation. But when you look at things from a logical standpoint, for example, maybe you're in a situation where you thought this person was your person, and then all of a sudden they just started changing on you. The person that you met wasn't the person who you were with at the end of the relationship. I want you to understand, if you were in this type of situation, that either that person changed throughout the situation or that person was wearing a mask with you in the beginning. And if that's the case where they pretty much tricked you to get you to fall for them and then their true self came out, that person wasn't the person for you anyway. They were tricking you. And to me, when that happens, it more than likely is going to happen to everybody at least one time. If that happens, that should irritate you. You portray yourself to be one way, and then it turns out you're not really that way. You're acting, to get me to fall for you. That's weird to me. That's whack to me. That's lame to me. Know that, one, you deserve better. And two, you should honestly be disgusted by that person because that is just a gross thing to do. You shouldn't, eventually you should realize that you should not have had feelings for that person in the beginning anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was a false version of them. Two, realize if they ended up changing throughout the course of the relationship, understand that relationships do run its course. Understand that people do outgrow each other. Most of us are dating to be married or be with this person for the rest of our life. But sometimes we end up meeting a person at a time where we are on the same page. Maybe it's mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually, whatever. And as time goes on, that's no longer the case. And realize that it's okay. Just because a relationship doesn't work does not mean you are less than or you are not deserving of real love or somebody who is compatible with you. It just means that the lessons that you were supposed to learn from them, you have learned or going to continue to learn from them. And then it's time for you guys to separate. That just simply means that was not your forever. And your forever is still out there for you. Two, how to get over a breakup. I'm going to tell you, it's going to take time. You don't have to jump up tomorrow and be the happiest person on earth. But I will say that you need to work on yourself. I do not recommend that you jump into a full-blown relationship right now. Because when that happens, when you jump in from relationship to relationship and you have not healed from your previous relationship, then you are going to end up hurting the person who you are with. You are going to carry baggage from your past relationship. You're going to be comparing your last relationship to this new relationship. And that's not fair to the new person, because this new person hasn't done anything to you. You feel me? You have to heal, and it's going to take time. Work on yourself. If you need to go to therapy for it, please do so. There is nothing wrong with going to therapy. I will say it again. There is nothing wrong with going to therapy, especially if you do not have anybody healthy to talk it out with you. But take time to work on you. Take time to make yourself better. I'm not just talking about physically, I'm talking about mentally, emotionally. After a breakup or whatever, I personally make it a point to level up every single time. And it's not to prove somebody wrong or I'm doing it for somebody else. I'm doing it for me. So every time somebody sees me and it's been a few months, it's a new version of me, and it's a new, better version of me. I have leveled up so much to the point where the men that I have dealt with in the past can't even touch me now. And I say that in the most humbling way. I look back, and it's probably going to happen to you. You're going to look back one day and you're going to be like, ugh, why was I even tripping on that person? Because you're going to be a much better version of you, and you're going to be attracting people who are on your playing field now. Now, I'm not saying I'm better than anybody or nothing like that. You outgrow people, and you're going to realize one day that that person just wasn't for you, and who you are now, they can't even touch you. You are worthy of a fresh, new, genuine, loving relationship, but you have to worry about yourself first and heal fully before you jump into the next thing. And there may be people that are interested in you right now, and you could probably be interested in them. You have two options. You can tell them, hey, I just got out of a bad relationship, or I had a hard breakup. I'm working on healing myself so I do not hurt you. Or if you really want to stick this out with me, just know that I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm trying. And I have traumas that I have to deal with and insecurities that I have to deal with. And if you want to stick around, I'll appreciate you. But I'm in the process of healing right now. And if they so choose to deal with you, then that's on them. 3, another tip I can give you is fall in love with yourself first. Nobody is going to love you harder and appreciate you harder than your own self. Work on your confidence, everything that you love about yourself. Work on your self-esteem. Work on just loving every bit a part of you, and treat yourself as good as you want your next person to treat you. Because I'm here to tell you, if you don't set the groundwork and the foundation and let it be known how you expect to be treated, somebody is going to come in and treat you how they want to treat you. You have to respect yourself more than anybody else. I will let you know, and whoever needs to hear this, I will let you know that there are people who pry on people who have low self-esteem, who do not respect themselves, who are going through depression, who struggle with mental, not illnesses, but mental issues that they have to work through. There are people who see that and they will play with your emotions, get you to fall for them, kind of use and mentally abuse you. I'm telling you, you have to learn to respect yourself enough. Love yourself enough. So the people who are out there prying on people can't even get next to you. Next thing, how to get over a breakup. This is one thing I use even if I'm just having a disagreement with maybe a friend or something. When we go through a breakup, and we go through times where we want to say certain things to them. And it goes along the lines of, I did this for you, and I was this type of person to you, and how could you, and I was there for you. And there's no need to do that. Why? Because they know. They know you are a good person. They know you are amazing to them. They know you really loved them. And they still did what they were going to do. And if you were in a situation where somebody was messing over you, know that one time is a mistake. 2 times is a decision. You have people out here who are consciously making a decision to do things that they know they should not be doing in a relationship. And they're making a choice to do so. And they are only sorry because they got caught, not because they were doing what they were doing. Please know the difference. Yes, I think everybody does deserve a second chance. However, they have to sincerely be sorry for what they've done. you know what I'm saying, and not just pulling your strings. Anybody can make themselves cry. It has to be genuine. But I said all that to say this. If you have things to say to this person, I highly recommend do not contact them because they already know. But what I do is I either record a video talking to them and saying everything that I possibly need to say. And I even contemplate sending it to them. I do. I contemplate it. Or I write it down. Everything that I'm feeling at that moment. And you could do this over and over and over again. But I don't end up sending it. I don't end up sending a video or the little note or the letter or the message. But it helps me vent and get out everything that I'm feeling. I'm not compressing everything. Another tip, block them on social media. Block their phone numbers. And I know it may be hard if you have children. I have seen a situation where the mother and the father of the child did not get along at all. Every time it was fire. Every time they talked, it was fire. Hatred, right? So what happened was, I'm just saying this because you may have kids, but if it's so bad, you still want them to be a parent, right? You still want them to see their child. You don't want to keep them from their kids because it you know what I'm saying, it should not affect the kids, but you don't want your kids to see all the bickering and all that stuff, right? What happened is the child got dropped off at the grandmother's house. The other one will come pick them up. And it was like that for years. Now they're fine. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it has to be like that if you guys can't come to a common ground where it's not turmoil, especially in front of the children. I do not believe in arguing in front of kids. I don't believe in messing up their chakras. I don't believe in yelling in front of kids, cussing, none of that. Unacceptable to me. Because the kids, they didn't ask to be around that. Anyway, block their numbers, especially if you do not have any ties to them. Block their social media. Basically, you're doing this for your own good as well. So you do not see them and they don't have access to you. And it's a part of the healing process. The longer you go without speaking to them or talking to them, the better. You know what I'm saying? And it may take a year or two, maybe even 3 for you to heal from a relationship. Look, you are going to go on an emotional roller coaster and that is normal, but you need to become aware of how you're feeling. The next tip I can give you is become busy, but in a healthy way. I'm pretty sure there are things that you wanted to do, but you didn't have enough time to juggle maybe your job and your partner and your kids or your friends. Look, I totally know about trying to juggle your family, your friends, your dude or your chick, time with little kids and trying to work and trying to juggle all that at the same time and still, you know, you only got 24 hours in a day. I'm pretty sure there's something that you really want to get done. And there's a hobby that you want to do. Maybe you want to take up canoeing. I don't know. Maybe you want to travel more. Another tip, highly recommend you start traveling. If you have the means to do so, start traveling. Traveling, and if you could travel abroad, even better. Traveling opens your eyes to different things. I think traveling abroad was one of the best things I started doing. Because it opens your mind to different possibilities, opportunities, different cultures of the world. You're learning, you know, you're experiencing different things. And I'm going to be completely honest. I'm from America. And every time I leave the country, I realize how mean Americans are. I'm not speaking for everybody, but people from different countries are so goddamn nice. And I'm like, wow, this is refreshing. Amazing. What? Like I said, I'm not speaking for every single American, but you know what I'm saying? There's some attitudes flowing. If you could travel and travel abroad, I would highly recommend that you do so. Keep yourself busy, but do things that are healthy. I would not, during this time, my last recommendation, do not indulge in alcohol or drug-related stuff. Do not use those type of activities as a coping mechanism. The problem of what you're feeling is still there. That's not helping the situation. But yeah, I hope these tips helped you. Like I said, if you have been in a bad breakup and you want to get some kind of advice or you want to add to anything that I'm saying, feel free to drop a comment because people do read the comments. I'm Amber with thelovegal.com. I have any kind of links that you may need. It's going to be in my description box. Make sure you hit this video with a thumbs up. If you know for sure one day you are going to be okay, hit this video with a thumbs up.